I'm joined by case manager Alan Dowson after this afternoon's 1-1 draw at Hornchurch. Alan, normally we'd come down here, maybe mid-season, we get a point, it'd be a good result. In the context of where we are, the stage of the season, is it good enough?
Yeah, last is that next week, to be honest. Yeah, I was fine. I had chances there. The winner was when Faines got it in the far side and crossed him. We've got to attack it there and score there. If Lodge had done a bit more when he come on, I think we could have won the game. Could have lost it. Gary Max saved it there, so the season could be over as we speak. So in the last minute there, it could have been over. I kind of thought the lads effort, but we went to the training ground, we went to the athletics track for a reason, because what we're doing here, and we says we're starting strong and changing the game as we go on. And I don't know what my right back was doing, I don't know what my goalkeeper was doing, or how we had got in the press. It's a bad goal to concede after 30 seconds. To be fair, to come in the game, which we knew we would, we'd come back well, and Bobby slotted away well. I didn't think the front two held it enough, to be honest. I think Faisy won his headers. I don't think the midfield would be very happy with their performances, to be honest. And there's only Tom Hutchison and Faisy doing what we want them to do, to be honest. But it was hard out there, the pitch. Obviously, I'm not knocking Hornchurch because they've done very well this season. You feel a bit, we sort of went forward today. If we go forward tomorrow, it could be, we'll not know it, but when you interview me on Monday night, we'll have a rough idea of what we need to do, to be honest. And is it good enough? We think 2 more wins will be good enough. Hopefully it will be, and but we'll just not know, like, you know. I can't answer that question because I don't know how many points we'll need. But I agree that we're disappointed with the result. Yeah.
It was a disastrous start, but we did manage to get ourselves right back into it just 10 minutes or so later. How disappointed were you we didn't build on that equaliser and go on to win it?
I thought, especially getting Lodgy on with 35 minutes ago, you know, and he does very little, which you want Lodgy to do better and all that, you know. And you want the front two to do better and hold the ball up a bit better, and you want a couple of, you know, and you want to be a bit more composed on the ball and stuff, and not give silly free kicks away or dive in, and when we get it, keep it a little bit better. And I didn't think we'd done that, to be honest. But then again, we've got 2 games, very exciting. Probably tomorrow, and when it's have a look tomorrow night, we'll see where we are. And got excited again on Monday, and we've got to win the game against Tooting Mitcham. Simple as that, you know.
What was your take on the penalty incident, or the non-penalty incident in the second half? Dean Lodge got booked.
He's something he's thinking. He's something he's thinking to, you know, he has got them before, but. I could tell by other players' reactions, I didn't think it was. You sort of like, you hope, and you're on the bench and you're tensed up and you hope it is, but you know, but if they book him, maybe he's, you know, if he was playing the Premiership, that's probably the right decision, to be honest. So I don't think anybody else, you know, appealed, to tell you the truth. So it must have been a penalty, you know.
You mentioned that you're disappointed with Max, the right back, for conceding the goal so early on. How soon is Dean Hamlin going to come back? He gives us a lot of width on the right hand side, doesn't he?
He does. Max done well last week in the second half. He did, like, you know, but I thought Thompson done well again at right back. So Thompson is a defender, you know, so he play that job. He'll play there, even if Dino was, they could have put him back in because he hasn't trained for 4 weeks. It's like Lodge in a certain way, he hasn't played for 6 weeks really, you know, and stuff like that. So they're not fit enough to 90 minutes. So they're going to be impact players. Thompson's fit enough to play 90, so he'll play. I'll go have a look at the midfield for you, because I think it's pointless going for a little tight for you there on Monday. It is, because it means we'll go out wide. You know, it's just one of them disappointments that you feel really disappointed at the minute, but we've got to get up for it, and, you know, and stuff like that. I'm not trying to be downbeat. We believe if we win 2 games, we've got a chance to get in the playoffs. We've got to keep believing that, because we still went our way today. Hopefully we'll go away tomorrow. But yes, massive disappointment when we won a game today, massively. Yeah.
I noticed that despite Hornchurch having their own ball boys, there was 2 Kingstonian Academy players behind the goal. Was that on your instruction?
No, our instruction, just 2 good lads here, you know, and I appreciate them doing it. We said because it was going behind, and I think the ball boys are more bothered about arguing for supporters or whatever than getting the ball back. And when it comes off, yeah, it takes 5 minutes to get back on. That's how they've probably got a good home record, to be honest, and they've got some good players. But again, what's killed was the goal, giving away that special goal where we've talked about it all week. And as a manager, coach and staff, you can only talk about what you think is going to happen. Adrian Withers watched his last week and said, watch it from corners and free kicks and things like that. And let's go tight in the first 15 minutes. And after 30 seconds, you're 1-0 down with the worst goal you can ever want to concede. You know, with me right back, my goalkeeper, centre half, so we're not attacking the ball. Somebody said, come off hooks to go in and there. That's a bad goal in 30 seconds to give away when you want to try to get in the top. Yeah, it's something you might look back on. Flip side of the coin, Gary Max clearance at the end there, when you think we've got done down this left hand side, that could be the one we kept in the playoffs. It's a flip side. I can't answer questions which I don't know anything about. All I can pray is that some results go our way. It went our way today, God, did they not? And it could go our way tomorrow. If they do go our way tomorrow, that means there's an excellent point, and we can get in the playoffs with these 2 wins. If we don't, then it's end up being a bad point. I did think 7 points would be enough. That's what I'm putting my neck on. So we need to win these 2 games coming up, starting on Monday, you know.
What's the mood in the dressing room after today's game? Is it downbeat, or have
It
you
will
done
be
your
down.
best to lift them?
I know it will be downbeat because you can't a hot day like this. Actually, but to be honest, it'll be like at the weekend, and again it'll be a minute more downbeat. We'll know results tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Then whatever happens, we got to get upbeat again on Monday. So it's when the players, it's pointless trying to lift them now because they've got a weekend to sulk or whatever. And that's fine. It'll get out their systems an extra day's rest. But the truth of the matter is, we've got to lift players and lift ourselves as such, because I'm down at the minute after that. You've got to lift yourself for Monday's game. That's what we'll do, you know.
It's very hot, even as we sit here now. It's still baking up. How big a part did that play today?
I think so on both ends, but both sides we've got to play in it. And you know, we pride ourselves on being one of the fitter sides in the league with good legs. Again, like Bash has probably had his not good for a good phase of form at the minute. He's not, and Huckle's done okay. I think Moore's just done okay. But if you want to get in the top 5, you got to do a bit better than that, you know, and stuff like that. And Lodge coming on, done okay, got to do a bit better. Front two. So going around the team saying there's a lot of okay performances. If we want to win these next 2 games, we've got to have 5 or 6 people being on our game, which we have done in the last 4 or 5 weeks. Where Clayton being on his game, Guy Mack on his game, Birdie being excellent last couple of weeks, wasn't so very good today. You've got to have more people on their game. If we do, and I fancy you against the 2 sides, to be honest, you know.
How will you approach the game on Monday? This sort of, you know, keep it tight and then nick a goal second half like folks did last week, or are we going to go all guns blazing from the start?
We'll do that anyway. It's never been like, you know, we've never held it. You know, they said, "Oh, let's go and defend." Always say to keep things nice and tight. And they say Lodge is not fit enough to play 90 minutes, and there's a couple of Gonzo that's not picking up for 90 minutes. I don't think Tate is either, because he's had an injury as well. So I can't just put them in and all that and let them flare out after 70 minutes. And you know, you saw today where last week Lodge come on and done 1 or 2 good things. He comes on today and does nothing. So it's like trying to build the right thing to get it same as Tate and same. But we'll make it have 1 or 2 changes. Simple as that, you know.
Cheers. Good luck for Monday.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.